We had our bursts and they had their bursts, and we thought across the board I suppose pressure on the ball carrier was pretty good, and that probably forced some of those points. But to win with 15 shots, we thought it was going to be a low scoring game or low shots game, so really happy to grab the win.
What do you think was decisive in the end?
I thought the third quarter really changed the game. And just how accurate we were in the first half. But the third quarter, the stoppage work from our boys really got the game back on track for us and gave us a bit of breathing space. So, full credit to them. Judd going forward was a real plus. The way he, I suppose, got going and enabled us to get sort of more of a forward structure in front of the ball and keep them, I suppose, the Fremantle defenders honest, which was pretty critical.
What did you make of Judd's game, particularly the first half? He managed 6 touches and the battle with Ryan Brown.
He was working through some work. There's a lot of numbers around the stoppages and traffic was pretty heavy. He didn't get some clean access to the ball, so Ryan probably denied him his run or things like that. So we had to tinker with it to get him in the game. So he's just a true, I suppose, champion of the game. He finds a way, and if he has to play forward, so be it. He's willing to do that for the team and to assist us to get the win. So he did a good job for us tonight.
Gary Ablett put on Twitter that he thought Crowley's tagging tactics on Judd were a joke. Did you have a problem with anything Crowley did?
I didn't see Gary's text, so it's hard to see from the, when you're in the dugout at Subiaco. I think the grass is about at knee level, and when they get to the other side of the ground, it's a bit like the old Waverley system. You see probably from knees up of the players, so we don't get to see everything that's played in front of us. High numbers, haven't seen the tape, so yeah. But Gary's been around the midfield for a while, so he just probably put his opinion out there.
Is it something that Chris is just used to now? Did you see Ryan's tactics and nothing different today?
He's a real ball player, Chris, and he just keeps trying to find a way to win the footy, and oppositions go, I suppose, like any team, they try and nullify his influence on the game, and players try and do different things. There's 3 umpires out there, they see it, the game is in good hands with those blokes there, so they need to make the calls if they're there and if they're not, and I think they do that. So yeah.
Carlton and Eddie, the way the game's played, we come and work for someone that's something like me, you're all here and you're all there. How is it to play the game? Like it's not a game you grew up playing, is it?
Yeah, it's a lot of running. A lot of defensive running, so we've got to chase up the field and run back to get set up as forward players. So yeah, it's a lot of running involved.
But what becomes critical in the game to just taking the opportunities?
It's just more so just getting to the feet for small forward to get to the feet of the big guys really, and hope they create a contest and bring it to ground so we can crumb the ball, me and Jeffy. So that's what we do.
I guess you're very happy on 50th and grabbing in front of family and friends.
150th is next week, I think.
I was going to say, I missed out on that, Ed. Sorry about that, buddy.
And I think it's next week.
So, just in terms of the bigger picture, how important was it to bounce back from last week and get a good win tonight?
Oh, it was really critical for us. It was an 8-point game tonight. You have a few of those through the season, and this was one for us. And I thought full credit to our boys to come across and 6-day turnaround. It's pretty hot over here and humid, and to get the job done and run. We ran the game out for, you could say, for 3.5 quarters. In the last 15 minutes, we probably fell away a little bit, but really pleasing.
And Walker's return seemed pretty crisp.
If you watch him run, he's a machine. Not too many players that I've seen. He'd be in the Craig Bradley class of running. That he's just a freak, and he does it on the bit and does it very easily. Very efficient runner, and he would have played 85% first up tonight. But he's done a fair bit of running behind the scenes, and we could have actually played him last week, but it was a little bit of a risk, and we thought, let's not take any risk. Let's get him back. He's so important, and it's paid off.
How did the effort and the toughness compare to last week when you were quite critical of those things?
Yeah, I thought the boys from both sides got fairly tired at times. So sometimes even in the momentum shift of contested possessions and some of the hardness, I thought teams actually dominated through periods of that. So we've still got to address to make sure that we stay nice and consistent in that area. But I thought the real shift was in that third quarter for us, where we went to another gear and really forged the ball into our forward line and made a lot of contest and created opportunity.
Joyce, we saw you pushing up ground a bit more tonight. I mean, how much was that related to Walker coming back in the team and freeing you up to?
I think it's good, with Walks coming back, because as Brad said, he can run. And because this ground is a long ground, we have to push up a bit further just to try to cut the ball off, because Fremantle like to bring it inside, so us forwards have to push up a little bit more.
Particularly with Carlton out, I mean, how important is that for yourself to push up?
I think it's important to get up, and if you're not playing that well and if you want to get some ball, get up, and just the main part is just to race back to get to that front and centre.
Brad, you enjoy the travel? You seem to be becoming the strength of the group.
It's really good. We've I don't know what other teams do, but we've actually got a process where we actually come a fair bit earlier. So we arrived here at sort of late Wednesday. We always have dinner together away from the hotel, and then we've got the next day to build up and train, and it just allows us to go through a lot of things, whether it's line meetings, team meetings, and just chat to the players generally. I think that's about building relationships and talking to players, because sometimes back in Melbourne too, you play from week to week and you actually don't have a lot of time to, you've got meetings and things to go to. So in this environment here, it allows us to, if we're walking to the Wacker, you have another 15, 20 minutes just chatting to players and how you're going, and find out a bit more about their personal life as well as football. And that's what makes it great for us when we do travel. I think it really helps us settle, and I've got a theory about the first night's sleep's usually not a good one, and the second one is usually a pretty good one, and then away you go and play.
How's it all looking on the baby front?
Yeah, well, good. I haven't checked my phone yet, but Shane O'Sullivan's had his phone pretty close, so I'll be jumping on a plane very shortly. And
just looking forward to next week, GWS, a lot of teams have taken that opportunity to rest some players. What's your approach?
We'll have a good look at this team, and just have a look who's sore and things like that. They'll win games of football, and we've got to make sure that we don't drop the guard and become complacent, because we've got some very talented players there. They are young, but they have got a lot of talent at their club. So we've got to make sure that we pay them the due respect that they deserve. Thank you.